Hello, I'm Alan Davies. You're listening to the Tuesday Club. This is the Arsenal podcast, and I've got Keith Dover with me this evening. How are you, Keith?
I'm fine, Alan.
Keith has been supporting Arsenal since 1887.
That's absolutely correct. And scientists in California, you think they'd have something better to do with their bleeding lives, have discovered that Spurs fans suffer more cigarette burns than any other person in the world. By the simple fact that they put the wrong end in their mouth. Sad, but true.
They burn their own mouths. Tottenham Hotspur, you burn your own mouths. And Ty Popoola is here.
Hello, mate. How are you?
See, what's this? The All Valley Karate Championship says on his hat this evening.
That's this evening's offering.
What's
ones,
the
actually.
significance of that?
It is from the Karate Kid.
Oh, all right, okay.
How many hats do you have, T?
Oh, he's got a special flat in the bow quarter just for his hats. He's always just full of hats and yoga mats.
Yeah.
Hats and yoga mats. That could be a Smiths song. If the Smiths had been around in the 21st century.
Did you know that Morrissey turned...
Hats and yoga mats. No, it's not Smiths. Arctic Monkeys be all over that shit.
Morrissey turned down the chance to do the...
to play for Crystal Palace?
To do the Christmas broadcast. Have you been asked?
Christmas broadcast?
Well, instead of the Queen.
Oh, the alternative.
The alternative one, yeah. He said he didn't want to do it. Have they asked you yet, Keith?
They should do, shouldn't they?
They really
do, wouldn't it? Yeah.
They really should. Banana hatches and give him a microphone.
Keith is holding a very, very small can of Heineken.
Yes. I'm back on the beer again.
You are back on the beer?
I've been off it for a while.
He's also got his World of Warcraft wristband on. Did you see that?
This contains ancient Celtic... Celtic even. Yeah, Celtic. What do you call them? I had it on the tip of my tongue a minute. Yeah. Anyway, it's very symbolic. It was bought down in Port Isaac, £3.50. You can't
Last
go
time
wrong.
I saw one of those was like, I don't know, in boarding school or in Conan and the Barbarian.
Well,
I'm wearing one of them now. Is that
Conan. You've taken me back.
Yeah.
Now, listen, if you're thinking we're sounding a little bit subdued...
we're not.
It's because it's 10:06 p.m. and we've taken the opportunity to convene and watch the Galatasaray v Arsenal Champions League fixture, which we quite enjoyed.
Yeah, very fun. Yeah,
quite enjoyed it. This is likely to be your last Tuesday Club of 2014, an epic year for Arsenal Football Club, which included a cup win and fighting amongst the fans
on a regular basis,
amongst other
cup
things,
holders, fans.
You can now
punch each other's lights out as they qualify for the Champions League last 16.
You can now bet in play because how many fans?
How many black eyes there will be on the coach going home.
It's going to go down, bang.
We boo our own boss. So, where do we start? What do we start talking about? I'll start us off with the Champions League. Can we do that first?
Yeah.
Can we just start with the fact that we missed the last goal tonight as we were...
We had the Arsenal game on the Silent Chris's big TV, and the Liverpool game on a tablet.
Yeah,
and we were watching the Liverpool game. We were just watching the Liverpool game as the rain came down. We didn't know they were down to 10 men.
No, we didn't know.
Stevie G went through and the goalie got a hand to it, and we just did an impression of the cop screaming for a pen for 15 minutes. That's the highlight of my evening.
I was going to say, we missed the fact they were down to 10 men, but it didn't spoil our enjoyment of it at all.
No.
Because we know...
Chance after chance.
The ball flying around the box. The Basel should have been about 4 up by the last 10 minutes, but they'd managed to frit away all their chances.
Because we do know on those special European nights, the cop is worth a goal. I've been told that constantly by various radio stations. That, it's always a magical night. The cop behind. What a load of old. Didn't work against Real Madrid, and it didn't work against Basel, did it?
No. So they're out.
Yeah.
So we will face, as runners-up in the group, which we are because we spunked away a 3-0 lead with Anderlecht, we will face either Atletico Madrid, Real Madrid, Monaco, Bayern Munich,
Barcelona
PSG, or Barcelona, or everyone's favourite last 16 option, FC Porto of Porto in Portugal.
There is no way we're getting Porto.
No?
Because why would we? Because we never do. Because it is perfect for us to throw away a 3-0 lead. I mean, we lost out on 3 goal difference to come second in the group. We're both on 13 points.
Is it Monaco? Is there a chance we could get there?
We could get Monaco. We could get Monaco.
How does it work?
Sorry, Monaco won their group.
Well, we get one of the group winners. And what I just did, Keith, was I just read out all of the possible
Oh, no, I know that.
group winners.
I just got depressed once you went past Madrid.
It's been the same every
But
year.
we scored a couple of storming goals tonight. Lucas Podolski, I love Lucas when he shoots. This is a highlight of Lucas shooting.
Off the ground, feet off the ground.
Both feet off the ground.
And he hit the crossbar.
And he hit the bar, and he scored in the stoppage time as well. And he showed he's a great finisher.
Second one showed obviously the value of Yaya Sanogo.
Yaya Sanogo, you were being very unfair about throughout the evening.
No, it's a simple question.
Putting a superb shift at number 9.
I'm just not quite sure what he does.
You're a disgrace. You're letting yourself down.
I really want to be I want to be a fan. I want to be a Sanogo fan.
A lovely one too. He played with Lucas for our 4th goal, and Aaron Ramsey hit the goal of the season.
Oh wow!
He hit a left foot volley from 35 yards.
Whoa!
All technique, wasn't it? He barely put his foot through it.
But we missed Wesley Sneijder's brilliant free kick, and we missed Lucas Podolski's second goal.
Because we were laughing.
Because we were watching Liverpool.
Oh, there was a few moments where we were going, oh no, they're going to score.
Oh, he's through. Oh no!
And then we go, oh, that's going to be a penalty, but he didn't get it. But we didn't know they were down to 10 men, so that made it
all the funnier.
Yeah.
So, and we also had some very, how I feel about a squad number. We were very high into the 70s today.
Stefan O'Connor.
Stefan O'Connor. Oh, Stefan O'Connor, that's a good and his hair. We've got to get replica wigs for that. I mean, you could go showboating. He's literally wearing a boat on his head.
Plucked from a sixth form college in Islington this afternoon and rushed onto a plane at Luton Airport.
And who was the other guy that we had on?
Zelalem,
the other one.
The prospect, and Ainsley Maitland-Niles. The key point out it sounds sounds like a Tory MP. Now we're speculating on what has happened to black people in this country. What's going on with their names? Where's Leroy gone and Winston? Ty, I'm going to bring you in on this.
Right, look, I'm craving Adele, but just as much as you.
Ainsley Maitland-Niles. Conservative.
I mean, great if they said that when he comes on. Substitute. Ainsley Maitland-Niles, Conservative. We've got to shout that out every time he comes on.
Jack Wilshere, UKIP. Lucas Podolski, Monster Raving Party.
Aaron Ramsey, Plaid
Cymru. Yeah. Anyway, Ainsley Maitland-Niles, Conservative,
did he
allowed Galatasaray to wrest control of the midfield, and we had a bit of a defending exercise for a second half. But it's a very good result, and incredibly annoying not to win the group, having thrown away a lead, and seeing Podolski belting his goals tonight made me think all the more about him failing to stop the cross that led to Anderlecht's equaliser at the Emirates. But there it is. We would do a joint on points with what's that lot?
Dortmund and Ailing Dortmund.
Anyway, they've gone through their.
Well, they drew tonight, didn't they?
Yeah.
The mighty Anderlecht.
Pegged them back. Anderlecht pegged them back as well. The equaliser.
So when is the draw? The draw's on Thursday morning or Friday morning?
Oh,
usually do it on Friday. Oh, yeah. David Dean's already in Monaco. He turns up and they say, "You're not on the list, mate." Oh, every year I do this. Abramovich has got his yacht there already.
They've got all the Europa stuff to get out of the way.
Well, I was going to ask who have Tottenham got tomorrow?
No one knows.
Some fishing village outside Norway or something like that.
Hopefully it'll be a team of waiters.
Yeah, team of waiters.
That'd be
delivery drivers from, Genk.
Well, Liverpool are in that now with Everton.
Yeah.
So they'll be looking for the derby final. Is it going to get to the final?
We can put that.
Toppies.
We can put that away. We've got the FA Cup to think about now.
FA Cup Hull City. What a crappy draw.
It is boring. It's a home.
It's a home draw. So we had 4 home draws last season and won the cup. So that's a nice little start. Home draw, win that.
I fancied Dover Athletic away.
Did you? Well, you can go there because Crystal Palace are going down there. You going down there with Palace?
I'll be in Goa, sadly. Well, not sadly.
You're in Goa?
Where's you and Goa? You
Like
twinned
it.
with Goa now.
Oh, you'll be all tie-dyed up and reefer madness on a beach somewhere when you just...
Maybe.
You'd have the raging
basically.
shits trying to get Dover Palace score on the internet. It's the harsh reality of his
I
trip
was
to
over
Goa.
there. I think last time I was over there, there was a power cut during the Arsenal-Tottenham game.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, we lost.
If only there was a power cut during the entire season.
The FC, I said before, the FC Goa season finishes, alas, the day before. The day
Is that
after.
the team that Robert Pires plays for?
Indeed, yeah.
I know.
Oh,
I watched
that's
a bit of
what-
one of those games.
Yeah.
Have you seen any of those
No,
games?
I haven't seen
Standards.
any.
They are televised.
Standards not high.
Standard is not good.
No. On every level.
Standard is not good.
Well attended?
I struggle to watch any football that isn't the Premiership.
Yeah.
I watch a bit of Champions League. I watch England. After that, I'm struggling.
It's a big drop-off,
I
isn't it?
try and watch a Football League show.
Oh, no,
I
see.
can't be bothered with it. I don't actually know what's going on. I cannot understand the policy of what order they put things out in. 1 minute they're doing a special feature with some boring reporter talking to someone boring at the side of a boring ground in a boring way. Show the goals. Then they're showing little snippets of games and a bit of a highlight, and then they try and build up Leeds against Nottingham Forest, and you can't give a shit. If they showed Leeds against Nottingham Forest in 1978, I'd watch it.
There's something. I'm trying to work out which Leroy Rossini's agent has said to him, be a bit more like Garth Crooks. And it's like, it's not, no one needs that.
There's no one
needs
worse.
that. But you
There's no
always
worse
start.
pundit in the history of
You always
sport.
start off with the best intentions, like, so watch Match of the Day if you're allowed to, which I didn't this week. I don't think any of you did either.
No, I have not seen any of the Stoke game. I haven't seen a single
1
kick
second
of the
of it.
ball. I refuse to acknowledge it happened.
But sometimes you then, if you're feeling worthy, you sort of go, "Oh, I'll just watch the Football League." It's football, isn't it? No.
It's football, isn't it? No,
Sleep
it's not.
on the sofa.
Not only is it not football, it's not a proper football programme. I can't understand what's happening. Why are they on bar stools? I don't get the whole show.
only-
Why don't you show a proper... Whatever happened to the big match? We used to know where you were.
Yeah.
The main game, the next game, the next game. Now they've got to show every goal just because they've got it. We don't need to see every goal. You choose the best bits and we'll watch that nice... Why does it have to... It seems to go on to about 3 in the morning. It's never off.
That's when I normally
And then
wake up on the
Then they've
sofa.
got FL 72 or whatever it is on Sky, and that goes on for about 6 hours. Every single thing that's ever happened in any game anywhere in the whole of the country. No one gives a shit. You choose the best 10 goals, I'll watch them. I don't need to see all 72 games. It's an absolute disgrace, Keith.
All right, I know, I totally agree with you. I mean, I was flicking through and on the channels, and I think, is this still on? I was like you. Is
It's just like Match of the Day. If it's a nil-nil draw in the Premiership,
Don't show it.
Don't show it. Yeah,
Don't show it.
Unless there's a
Because I
sending off.
guarantee you there isn't a fan in the country who's not fast forwarding that at times 30. I've seen Alan Shearer at times 30 now for 3 years.
Still
To
the
me,
same.
his mouth moves incredibly fast, but his eyes are totally still, like piss
Yeah.
holes in the snow. And I've never heard a word he said, because why would you?
Yeah, you just go for it.
Not
mate.
his fault. Analysing boring games over 30 seconds.
I am
is
told
boring.
he got stuck into us after Stoke.
Well, why wouldn't you? We're absolute shower of shit, aren't we? And it's easy to say. It's all right for the manager to say, well, anyone can lose at Stoke. Yeah, but not anyone can be 3 down at half time.
At half-time, that's the worst
wasted.
Well, first go after 19 seconds. That gives
Do you think if we sent Arsenal ladies out, they'd do better?
No.
Do you know what? That's a good
shout.
It's a very good
Good shout.
Yeah. We
Yeah,
should
well.
test that.
Rachel Yankee.
Second in the motion?
Rachel Yankee. She was decent, wasn't she?
Actually,
Is she still
yeah.
playing? Does she still play for us?
No. I don't know.
But, once again, a lot of anger and sort of understandable. I mean, Wenger didn't stand up. He didn't do anything. He just sat there and,
Did you watch it?
I watched the goals and they were all fairly, the standard, lay on the ground, don't get close to anyone, don't mark them. And,
I've seen
it's just very soft goals.
I've seen the goals. I mean,
Especially
it is
the third
shocking.
I read a match report by
Third
somebody like Patrick Collins or someone who's very, very, very experienced, and he described Arsenal as wretched.
Yeah.
That's not, that isn't a good review.
No.
But what annoys you is you have three wins on the bounce and 3 clean sheets, and then they're still able to go down like the pillar of salt.
well, the
I don't
thing is,
understand it.
Koscielny was on the bench, but it was then he said he was injured. So why was he on the bench?
because we haven't got any, because we've got 6
Well,
defenders.
if he's injured, he should be
Or 5 at
resting.
the
He
moment.
should be in a bed somewhere in a blanket, not up on a freezing cold.
It was wrapped. It's one of them. It's one of them ones. So if you're wondering why he's been playing Monreal, which of course we all have, then you saw why. Because with Bellerin and Chambers in the side, it was just.
Were they
it
at
was
fault then
wretched.
for goals?
Yeah.
Were they?
Yeah. For the first one, Stoke kicked off, went straight
God,
back up.
God, this is the first. I can't.
First,
Go on.
Crouch Crouch wins the first header.
Crouch, is he still
goes into the box.
Yeah.
They brought him back for this game, knowing that he was going to have so much
He's
fun
big,
with it.
he's red, his feet stick out the bed. Pizza Crouch.
Is that the song?
Pizza Crouch, that's what they used to sing.
Yeah.
And I watched an England game in the 2006 World Cup, and there was a Scouser in there singing that for the entire match.
That sounds delightful.
Over and over.
So the ball comes in. I'm not sure if it's Walters who puts the ball in, but anyway, the ball comes in like
Walters in the Premier League.
What's his name? Mertesaker's well out of position. Chambers ducks underneath it. It kind of it ricochets in the box, and it just falls at Crouch's feet. Like Bellerin and
dribbles
Bellerin
over the
and Chambers have made a mess of it. And that was the first goal inside 19 seconds, and that's why you don't. Yeah, that's why they ain't been playing together. But you know,
and then Bellerin got the hook at half time. Hector
for Welbeck. Valiant kind of comeback until Chambers mugged himself off. I mean, it was a second yellow.
It was a harsh sending off. It really was.
It keeps on happening though, doesn't it? He's gonna get the old.
He gets a lot of bookings.
He's gonna get the old. 10 games. He'll be the first one at 10 games in the.
Flamini in a foot race.
I was going to say, he's going to.
Flamini managed to get booked in the Galatasaray game in which there were no tackles. No tackles in the game. He got booked. He got booked. He got booked in that game. I didn't even see him in the game, and he got booked. Paul Merson said it was like a testimonial, which he was. Yeah. But still, he got, and that's why I think they reckon that's why Arsene Wenger pulled him off, because he didn't want him to get
down to 10 men.
He didn't want him to be missing for the knockout.
Nice little comeback. I was around here with Silent Chris on Saturday when it was on. We both decided to pretend it didn't happen.
Did you watch it on some illegal stream then?
No. We were just watching it on. I was listening to it in the car on the way over in.
Well, I was at a family function. As you know,
don't watch football, Keith.
Well, I do watch it. But I was at a family function.
Where was the function?
Chessington.
Right.
Not in Chessington. Not in a zoo. It's one of Linda's cousins.
Oh, Linda's cousin.
Right, the Moody's.
The Moody family.
The Moody family, not by nature. But I was over there, as you know, blah, blah, meeting.
Could you hear the zoo?
No, you can't. They're not far away. I think it's Chessington World of Adventure. I don't think there's a zoo there anymore.
Is there, Chessington?
I don't know.
Yeah, of course there is.
Well, I'm not a zoo man. I don't go. I haven't been to 50 world's greatest zoos. I think I might have been to one.
You never been to Drusilla's in East Sussex?
No, I don't like zoos per se. I think they're horrible places.
Used to go there as a kid a lot. You'd love it.
I was at London Zoo once. I see a man have a row with a gorilla, and that put me off the whole zoo experience. After that, he was having
what was the gorilla saying?
Just having sort of refined dignity. He was just sitting there behind the cage, and this bloke he was using the C word rather a lot. Just kept having
a gorilla or the fella.
No, well, the fella, obviously.
He
was.
He calls gorillas.
I know.
Well, I don't know.
Bulletproof glass, mate.
But anyway, I was at a function.
Go in there and say it to him.
Next thing you know, you'll be booing at the train station.
I mean, but anyway, there I am. Why was they going by train? What's wrong with the coach? But anyway, so I'm at the function.
It's a fair point you make.
Yeah,
they won't be going by train again.
Yeah, they won't, will they? I mean, they've got this luxury coach. I mean, it's not like Stoke's the end of the world, is it?
We'll come on in a minute. Come on, finish your function.
So then, I put my phone on. Let's have an update of the score. How bad can
3G. 3G or 4G? How many Gs have you got?
Only three. I'm struggling working with that bloody
wind
thing.
Up. Literally. Is that a new watch as well, Keith?
Oh, this, I got this down the gypsy market in Portugal. €11, piece of piss, back of the net.
Anyway,
good. I tell you what, the Portuguese gypsy is far superior to the British gypsy. None of that flog good stuff. There's none of that tarmac drive nonsense. Look at that, good watch that is. Anyway,
I was also at a family function in that I was around my sisters. And
you had the same.
I was very much enjoying, because my two nephews are big Arsenal fans, and they were enjoying with me Newcastle beating Chelsea.
Oh, that was good.
Although when Newcastle scored the second goal, I jumped up in their living room and went, get it! A lot of punching, and I looked around and they're both laying comatose on the sofa. I thought, you're not actually proper fans, are you? You've been to the Emirates a few times on a free ticket off your uncle. And actually, you don't give a shit.
It'll come.
Because, really, if you're not punching the ceiling with joy at the sight of Mourinho thanking the ref, I'd like to thank the officials. Always hurt him. Always, you know he's hurt when he's thanking the ref.
Smarty.
He had a pop of the ball boys, didn't he?
You are not invincible. Oh yeah, he spent all season since about August saying, "No, we won't go unbeaten. No, we won't go unbeaten. I don't worry about going unbeaten. I don't think about going unbeaten. I'm not going to go unbeaten." Sorry, we were talking about EastEnders, Jose. Hurting bad.
But you did point out, like on the Twitter feed, like you said, is that this life, F this life.
F this life, I said, because the next thing, my cousin goes to me, my nephew goes to me, Arsenal 1-0 down already, Uncle Ellen.
So, you know, the screams just
died. Going, they're not, are they?
Screams just died on your lips. The screams of happiness.
How long are you supposed to enjoy a thing?
Yeah, you're looking at your watch.
They haven't started, have they?
It's just blown the whistle.
What's the matter with them? Where's Emiliano? Oh dear.
Oh, what can
but they lost, so that's enjoyable. So that's over. Now they can just win the league and get on with it, because they will.
I actually parked the bus and played on the break at home. Did it quite well.
Ooh, sign of a quality manager.
Good quality manager. Tactically astute. He's got to be in the frame.
Well, I think he's back in pole position now that Owen Coyle's gone to Dallas.
Dallas or Houston? He's in Houston Dynamo.
Yeah, so now Owen Coyle's out of it.
Owen Coyle's got a job, and it's hot in Texas.
So
he will be wearing shorts.
Is there a sponsor for the MLS? Because you know how Owen Coyle likes to start a conversation with no one loves a Barclays Premier League reference more than Owen
is that
Coyle.
What he says?
He loves it. It's never the Premier League. It's always the Barclays Premier League. So I wonder if he's got someone to look after him at the MLS for that.
So anyway, let's gloss out. Shall we just fast forward?
Did you forget Stoke?
Well, I got a tweet from a quite aggressive trolling Man United fan. In the end, I had to say. He kept sending me links to things saying, have a look at this.
Oh, I got
have a look at this.
Well.
Have a look at this. Your fans, ha ha. And I tweeted him and said, I'm not going to look at that because you're a cock. Yeah. And then I blocked it. And then someone else linked it and it turned out to be the same thing, which was Arsenal fans. No, it wasn't. It was a different thing. But anyway, there was lots of things. There were Arsenal fans. Someone on a phone was filming the players getting on a train at Stoke. Mysteriously, they went by train, and not, as you say, in the luxury team bus. And some fans were giving them jip as they got on the train, which I understand because they're livid, and they shell out and they go away and they're livid and they've had a drink and they're livid, and then mainly they're livid. And then Wenger went past. There he is! Woo! Woo! And got booed onto the train by Arsenal fans. And
well done, you.
Tried to style it out, kept his dignity. But it's ugly. And someone said to me the other day, our survey says more than half Arsenal fans would like the manager replaced. Punches thrown, banners, booing the manager. Someone then put a tweet up saying that Wenger is like Robert Mugabe. He's a dictator who's hanging on too long. Now, you've got to draw the line somewhere. And I would like, at this stage, if I may, in defence of Arsene Wenger, to point out that his human rights record is exemplary.
That's true.
As far as I'm aware, he's rigged no elections.
And he hasn't driven off any farmers off their land, as far as we know.
He's not made any reclamations.
No.
Although Thomas Rositzky, apparently, thinks he's being held against his will.
Still really angry.
No sign. I mean, Ainsley, mate. Is it Ainsley or Ashley Maitland-Niles?
Ainsley.
Maitland-Niles. Please tell me he's named after Ainsley Harris. Conservative is now in the side ahead of Thomas Rositzky, and that really is. That means it's time to go back to Prague.
That's the final straw. That's the final straw.
He didn't even play him against Dortmund, his old club. Oh, that was harsh. But yeah, so I don't know what you make of that. I had a cultural week. We went to see Henry IV at the theatre this week, in which a man is slain in a brutal fight on the battlefield.
Oh, you spoiled the ending.
No, he's one of many slayings. It's a bloody film play. And then the guy thinks it's Henry IV, but of course Henry IV, there are many people dressed as Henry IV on the battlefield, and this seems to be the only way that Arsene Wenger can safely travel by train is if several other very gaunt, tall French blokes in massive puffer coats,
one in each carriage,
slightly zipped up badly.
Yeah,
one in each carriage.
We could just employ looky-likeys and just send them out at different entrances.
Yeah. Boo! It's not him.
It's not him.
Boo! It's not him. Boo! It's not him. That one's looking at a centre back with a view to signing him. Can't be him.
Listen, it's completely unedifying, and the fact, I mean, on loads of levels. Let's start. The first one is Arsenal fans having a punch up outside.
I know, but
Britannia Stadium.
I know, it's awful.
State of you. Come on, lads.
I know, but you know, people are upset.
This is happened.
Yeah,
We're not.
We've seen it
before.
But they're more upset than you. That's all I can say to you. I'm much more upset than you because they go away, and people who go away, they really mean it.
Well,
I mean, they properly mean it. They really, this is their week. They plan it. It's expensive. It's at least £100 all in to go away, at least every time. And a lot of those blokes who are in Stoke, they will be in Turkey tonight as well, and that's another £500. They go away. They really mean it. They don't like losing. They hate losing, and they're upset. And because they keep going away and seeing the same shower of shit 3-0 down at half time to Stoke.
So what? So you boo the manager onto a train?
People get upset. I mean,
you boo the manager on a train, and then you punch someone who disagrees with you.
Well, no, it isn't just punching someone who disagrees with you. I would expect that there was some serious words exchanged before punches were thrown. I expect someone called someone else to see you next Tuesday, and there was a little bit of come here and say that. I was thinking there was a bit of playground antics.
Do you want some?
And then eventually someone's punched someone in the face. I've done that, and many people have punched me in the face over the years, and I don't blame them.
I mean,
we've all said things. We've all had a drink.
We've all had a drink. Leave it out.
But the sad thing is that this feels like this is going to happen every time we have a loss, and it's just teetering, and it's been like it for 3 years. I mean, when did you first think, oh, maybe you'll go now? I'll tell you when I first thought it. 2-8. 2-8. That's when I first saw it. And he was standing because he got banished, didn't he, into the stands, and he had nowhere to sit. And he stood up there trying to keep his dignity while they were ripping the piss out of him at Old Trafford. And then I thought, he doesn't deserve this.
I never thought
he took us with a youth team. He took us from the Champions League final into a new stadium, built one of the best teams he's ever built, the 2008 team, who were 8 points clear in February, and they really lost it because of injuries. He took us so close to a title with a fantastic side when Fabregas was 21 and all of that. And he's never been able to get it back. He's never been able to get close to getting it back in 6 years. And you feel it slipping, like this is not going to happen for him. And all the time, every time he loses a game, he comes back with a win. And he hangs on again. What did you think when we were losing 1-0 to Wigan last season in the Cup semi-final?
Oh.
I mean, I was honestly thinking we were going to lose the game, and then all it was going to be afterwards was Wenger's got to go. Wenger's got to go. He's got to go now.
He would have done.
That's
but
it.
Then he won the game.
And Mertesacker got the equaliser and we won it on penalties. And now we're there again. And now every time we lose a game, it's there again.
But you know what? If we win, then it seems to be. You've got to the point now. If we win, it's in spite of him, and if we lose, it's all his fault.
We can't win the league this season.
Yeah, no, I know.
We're not going to win the Champions League this season. So every time there's a defeat, it's going to be like it all season. It's making being an Arsenal fan a bit depressing. You know?
We beat Wigan because of changing our tactics, going long, and so on and so on. Now, someone did that. Now, I'm not, we've slagged him off this season. Of course we have, and and it's not as simple as like we want him to stay and you want him to go. It's not as simple as that. But you know what? It's just, it's a very kind of nuanced argument, and it's a pain in the arse argument as well.
I would like to see the anger.
But it doesn't need to end in as much acrimony as it's going to, and to hear, I've heard things like fans wouldn't be fighting, it's his fault that fans are fighting. No, it's your fault that fans are fighting because you're breathing through your mouth and dragging your knuckles along the ground, mate.
But football is an emotional game. But I'd like to see the anger directed towards Kroenke and Gazidis and those people, because they are getting off light, and they have for years, because it's Gazidis who comes and says, yeah, we can compete with the top German teams and the Spanish teams, when we clearly can't. And, they've been saying, yes, there has been the money available, and there clearly hasn't been the money available, and we've got the owner of the club barely makes 3 games a season, and that's where a lot of the anger should be directed at them, and that's who the banner should be.
He spent 90 million quid on strikers, and we needed 3 defenders.
I was going to say, furthermore, the thing that makes it really, really difficult for me to keep on kind of excusing him is the fact that we keep on going into games, into seasons, 2 players short. Yeah. We got in this season with crying, with deficiencies that are obvious for anyone to see. And you take away your right. If we go equipped at the start of the season and then lose the league to 2 clubs run by billionaires, then I'll take that. I really would. Not happily. That's not settling for 3rd or 4th or whatever. It's just a reality, because only one person can win the league. But you just feel like we've gone into every season over the last few years with one arm tied behind our back, with 2 toes chopped off or whatever, and we're going without being equipped properly, and we can see it. And then we're already at the point where we're sitting here talking about next season, and I can't keep doing that.
Yeah.
Well, the league, they've gone away from us at the top, haven't they? But the argument is that there aren't any centre-backs around.
But there are.
Well, Manchester United can't find one. Barcelona bought Thomas Vermaelen when they wanted one. who's now injured. Arsenal can't find one. Manchester City found Mangala, or however you pronounce it, for 32 million. And he looks a bit like Sacco at Liverpool, who was one that was being touted for us when he was at PSG. He didn't look that good. It doesn't seem to be that many about. So, mate, I don't know who we're supposed to buy. The one that everyone wanted was Varane, wasn't it? The Raphael Varane.
He's not going anywhere.
And Real Madrid got him, somehow snaffled him, a 19-year-old pinched out of France, and Wenger made some wry remark about
I saw him at 6.
Well,
but
he sounded like he sounded like he thought he had him, and then he suddenly was poached from him. But in the old days, he would have just had him, wouldn't he? Yeah. Just because Real Madrid wouldn't have been looking at 19-year-old French boys, but of course that's why they.
But there's, you don't want to just get into we just want bodies, and I've heard some ridiculous names again. You don't just want bodies, but look, you can't start a season with 6. You're right. The player might not be there, but a player who would have improved this side, who would have meant that Monreal didn't have to play centre half, who would have meant that Bellerin's not as close to the first team as he is.
But you know what, T? When we
we're going to prove that in January.
But when we were all right, it was when everyone was mucking in, wasn't it? Everyone's mucking in. It's a general spirit. What gets me? I mean, the whole team mucked in and was tighter and more compact against Dortmund in the home game, noticeably. Rode our luck a little bit against West Brom away, but dug in, got the point. A little bit luck again against Southampton at home when they went down to 10 men for the last few minutes and we nicked it.
But defensively,
everyone was mucking in and helping out. And
we had Alexis.
It's about 11.
And we had
about
Alexis.
11, not just about
no one else.
Well, we smashed 4 goals tonight without Sanchez, so that's got to help Ramsey and Podolski at least, doesn't it?
That's goes. But no one else in the top 4, 5, 6 goes into the season, and this isn't just picking on him for the sake of it, but no one goes in with Flamini anywhere near in the defensive midfield position.
No,
and
it is a mystery that we can't find one of those, especially when Matic snapped up by Chelsea. And
you say snapped up, they bought him back for 24 million.
They sold him in the first place, isn't it?
So
but, look at Liverpool. They went and signed Sacco for quite a lot of money. They signed Lovren for 20 million.
100 million and about one of them starts.
Didn't he? So
Lallana didn't get on today.
Still Van Distan's still turning out for Everton,
We're looking at Winston Reid and some guy from Ipswich is the talk now.
Tyrone.
That's the kind of name you're after.
Well,
none of this Ainsley business.
We've been here before. I mean, really, sometimes.
I know, it's all a bit crap record, isn't it?
We could just play a pod from last year.
But do you remember when it started to go wrong? When Don Howe was there, and we played Watford twice in 2 days. Can you remember that?
Yeah, okay.
And we lost both games, home and away. It was a weird thing. We had to play them 2 days running. And I went to Vicarage Road.
How many of the same team played in both of them, do you know?
I think pretty much the whole 11 on both sides. Cool. Look at the key one being John Barnes. Who talk about the one that got away.
It's another one we could have had.
He was training about 5 miles away from our training ground and we managed to not sign the bloke. And he was a world-class player.
That was Arsene's fault as well.
That was Arsene's fault, yeah. But anyway, the point was I went up to Vicarage Road and loads of people went to Vicarage Road because you're an Arsenal fan and they're down. And that's the thing, that's the difference at the moment. First of all, we're not really down, which is not top, and we've had 4 defeats so far in the league, a bit annoying. But we're nothing like it was then. Normally when the manager's in danger, the club's in absolute disarray. Yeah. I mean, it's really starting from scratch and what we're going to do, Wenger missed that first year after Jules Graham because Bruce Rielt did it. Yeah. Bruce Rielt had to tidy up, ship a couple of players out and sign Dennis Bergkamp, just about steadied it and got us into the UEFA Cup and then got the bullet. But so that's normally where you are. When Arsene Wenger eventually decides he doesn't want to be the Arsenal manager anymore, it's a nice, tidy job for someone. It's all set up sweet.
And meanwhile,
cracking squad, loads of money, massive ground.
The position 10, 15 years ago, when more than that now, when we're swapping places with, mid-90s, we're swapping places with Tottenham, right? And now look at the difference in the two clubs.
Late 80s, maybe.
We've moved. Right, I'm still thinking of that 13th, the mid-90s when we came 13th. But anyway, the point is that similar size not that long ago, relatively speaking.
Do you think there's really a feeling?
We've moved stadium, we've signed all these players.
Are there fans who really think that if they keep doing this, keep protesting, getting banners up and organising themselves and marching and whatever, that Arsene Wenger will be driven out of Arsenal? Do they think that is that a really?
I don't want it to get unless it really starts getting bad at home, and we haven't seen it at home yet. We haven't seen any banners at home. It's mainly been away. There's been a few people hold up an A4 piece of paper saying Wenger out, and then they've been sent to North Korea. But you know, I don't know if it gets really bad there. I mean, but it's once again, we'll probably get a great win against Newcastle now, and then play someone.
He's pretty thick-skinned. He's saying maybe it's just on the surface. I mean, the point is as well is that no one can get rid of him apart from himself. Do you know what I mean? So maybe that's why. Maybe that's one of the justifications for.
I think we'd have to be lingering around the
level
bottom
of abuse that he's been getting. But no, it's not going to.
Champions League qualifications, the key thing. That he would regard that
if we finish outside the top,
failure. That's when he would question himself.
And I think he would have gone after the FA Cup if we hadn't won it. And I think if we had gone out against Wigan, I think he would have left. But yeah, I think if we finish outside the top 4, which is him which is the bare minimum for him and the board, then he might just say, you know what,
fourth place is available, and it's being disputed by about 9 clubs.
Well,
Arsenal will take it because we've got a stronger squad than all the rest.
We'll go on a run with everyone coming. We've got
loads of people back. Ozil and Walcott will come back.
From now until beginning of January, we'll hear about the players we've got coming back, and then we'll put a run together and we'll come forth and we'll start again.
Aaron Ramsey's just scored 3 goals in 2 games, so hopefully that will turn his season around, because if he hits a run of form like he had last season, we will definitely be top 4. We'll be really pushing, and we'll probably get to the end of the season kicking ourselves that we lost 4 games out of the first 12 or whatever it was.
Well, I mean, this could be the start of a complete Chelsea collapse. They could just go on a run of not winning a match. Imagine, just disintegrate. Just
when that cross went through Cahill and Terry missed it and landed right on Cissok's foot in front of the goal, that was marvellous.
I thought
marvellous. I watched it 6 times.
Days again. It's just seeing Mikel back in the running again.
Did you see at the beginning of the game they showed all the stats for midfielders? Did you see it? Well, I watched it was on in the living room, and it was all the stats for midfielders. So the stats being miles covered, passes completed, chances created, assists.
Don't say assists.
Touches, most touches.
Was he top of all of them?
Top of all of them. All of them. Most touches. He runs more, passes more, gets the ball more, passes better, creates more chances than any other midfield player in the history of stats.
You see, this is what makes people angry.
He makes Xavi look like Jermaine Gina.
And you wonder why people hit each other.
I mean, that was patently an act of raving insanity if you got the option on that player to re-sign him and you keep on Thomas Rosicky and Mikel Arteta or Lucas Podolski and you let him go and play for your big rivals just down the road. That is something slipped in the universe. That is just rank bad management.
Not enough people seem to be angry about
that. That is just shocking. But I was thinking about the other day.
If he walked past the window now, I'd boo him.
I was thinking about that 2008 team, and I was looking at you look around, it's such a shame it broke up. It's such a crying shame it broke up, and I don't know what it would have taken to have kept them at the club. Possibly a marquee signing, I don't know. And maybe Gallus not being such a lunatic, I don't know. But we lost them one after another. Hleb went to Barcelona, Nasri got snapped up, Clichy got snapped up, Adebayor got snapped up by Manchester City. All that money came in, all those wages, massive wages, obviously a chance to win things, which they then went and did. So we lost all them to the oil money, which was heartbreaking. Eventually Cesc wanted to go home. We lost Flamini on a free to AC Milan because we wouldn't give him all the money he wanted. And Van Persie, who's the one who gets the most bile now from Arsenal, was the one who stayed the longest. Yeah. Stayed there for years trying to do things for Arsenal, became the captain, became Footballer of the Year. Eventually said, I've had this now. See ya. And now he's like, see you next Tuesday. People absolutely hate him because he was there the longest. It's ridiculous.
Had a look around.
Thomas Rosick's the last one left. He's the last one left. It was a boo. That was a side. That midfield of Hleb, Flamini, Fabregas and Rosicky, and they had Diaby as well, was fantastic in games when he played. We had brilliant Van Persie, and that was a team that had Eduardo as well, and that was the game, that Birmingham City game. That was the end The end, or you could argue...
The end of everything.
Then after that, there was that League Cup final. And there's been all these things where you think, he'll go now, will he?
Yeah.
Will he? Do you think can he be bothered? But the thing about him is he's so mad. He's so desperate. It kills him losing. He wants to get up there, finish, shove it up everyone again, get in the Champions League again, have another crack at it. He'll be there when he's 80 doing it.
But, you know,
arm yourself properly, though.
Yeah, but we can't settle for fourth. Look at us saying he'll come fourth again. As if... We don't want to be fourth, we want to be first.
Yeah, we do.
Or at least in with a shout.
We do want
and
to
the
be first.
frustrating thing is you look at all the teams that he has created, the successful teams, he knows what to do. But it just seems that now he just goes, bollocks, I ain't doing that. I know, I need a central
Someone was saying the other day about Cahill.
No.
When I was playing football Monday morning.
We could have bought him.
We could have had Cahill. And then we was like saying, you look at Cahill though, look, he's inside Long Terry, who's the best centre-back in the country, has been for years. He's got 2 world-class full-backs either side. The goalkeeper... Forget about it. Right, in front of him, he's got the 2 best central midfielders in the country. He is by far the worst player in the Chelsea team.
Yeah.
Totally
and
hidden in there.
he's the one we're coveting. Yeah. You put him in our shower of shit at the back, and he'll be just as see as everybody else. It needs a bit more than just one centre half. But now, on the upside, on the plus side, Debussy came back.
Look good.
Looked solid, won a lot of headers, which I quite like for a full-back, in the way that Sanya used to when Galatasaray were having their attacking period.
We actually started the season aiming for him in exactly the same way that we used to aim for Sanya.
For goal kicks. Koscielny should be fit for Newcastle, hopefully.
Still needs to be nursed.
Mertesacker will be delighted to have him back. And Kieran Gibbs, and we might have the first choice back 4 in situ for the first time for a long time.
What about Theo?
Just in time for 8 games in December.
Yeah,
where it won't.
We need them. We need
none of them will get through. You're a good point about Theo. Theo's supposed to be back for. Is he back this weekend?
Well, I don't know. You never know what to believe, do you?
He's down to the last 2 years again, isn't he?
Oh,
got a contract, so get ready.
Sick of hearing that. Yeah. I understand the contract. The contract negotiations. Do you remember all that shit? I want to play through the middle. Bullshit.
Yeah. I want more money.
Wasn't about that,
bullshit. It was only ever about money. Yeah. Obviously, it was. And it will be again.
Yeah, of course it is. These contracts, I would like to see a football contract. Just actually physically see it, because they don't seem to be worth anything. Is it all just geared to the footballer? You know, I can leave when I want, have exactly what I want, and just do anything that I want.
Image rights, that's my favourite.
It's so geared to them, and you just think, what is the point of a contract? Why don't you just go, you playing for us? Yes.
I know. What about right? He's just going in and saying, "Tell me where to sign."
Yeah.
What a mug.
Who could Wrighty have left us for back there?
No one wanted him. He was trouble. It was massive trouble.
Good man, though.
Oh, what a player.
Yeah.
Oh, don't.
We can't go.
You just do look back, though, don't you? You do look back at times like this.
I find it hard, though.
Right, going clean through at Wembley in '93 onto that Alan Smith knock-in, and you just knew it was a goal.
Yeah.
You knew it. And it hit the stanchion. I always liked it when the ball hit a stanchion.
Yeah,
Bring back stanchions.
I was going to say, there isn't
it
even
bounced into the stanchion and stayed there.
Podolski's would have stayed in there today.
Podolski. If he'd been alive on the day of the stanchion, he'd have hit some stanchions.
Yeah.
He'd have battered some stanchions. He'd have knocked stanchions out the ground. Do you remember that Clive Allen free kick for Crystal Palace?
Oh.
I think it was at Coventry, and it hit the stanchion and came back out so hard that the ref gets play on.
Yeah.
He said he thought it hit the bar. It had gone in.
Yeah.
I need to go home and watch that. I need to go home and watch that. The Wrighty '93 goal.
Right in '93, just clean through, just knocked him through. Alan Smith, perfect assist.
He never missed one-on-ones.
Never missed a one-on-one. It's a goal. You're on your feet celebrating. And Chris Woodson goal's good. No trouble.
Did you go to both of those?
Oh, yeah, of course we did. Yeah, 63,000 was the second leg.
I think I went to every game in that run.
Yeah,
I think.
Rambo would have hit a stanchion today. That would have stayed
I like
in there.
Ramsey's second finish because it reminded me of Aguero, and anything that reminds me of Aguero gives me a lot of pleasure. Aguero is my current favourite player.
But do you think our owners, though, when they watch Ramsey score a goal, they go, yeah, or do they go, we'll sell him to Barcelona? That's money.
I don't think Ramsey.
I can see Gazidis rubbing his hands.
There was a lovely. Ramsey's position when he hit that ball was. I mean, it was perfect. You know what I mean?
I hit it very 2 lovely finishes, both on his wrong foot.
It's kind of one that
Chamberlain was superb again.
I kind of think Jamie Redknapp would say he's almost hit it too well. It's one of them ones. Almost hit it too well.
Now, did you tell me that Chips Keswick had listened to this podcast? Or I imagine that? Did I dream that?
Hello. Yeah, it's time to make that call, Chris.
There's a.
Can you get the internet through an ear trumpet?
Can I get some? I like to think that he's there. I like to think that he's there now. Kind of.
Have we put it onto a gramophone record? This podcast is Silent Chris been knocking out the vinyl, has he?
Pressed it up on a 78.
Yeah, the old cylinder disc.
Left a few outside the club.
Yes, this is the Tuesday Club.
I like to think that they're listening.
Of course they're not. They're doing their own. Well, they're in a bunker somewhere under the Emirates. That lot. Daft as arseholes, everyone.
Daft as arsehole? Yeah. That's not even a saying.
Yes, it is.
It's just like tense as a pig, isn't a saying?
It's a good saying, though.
Now, I'm looking at the thing. Who have we got? Newcastle
We've got
United.
Newcastle. Then we've got Liverpool away.
Ooh.
So that'll be difficult.
There's your famous atmosphere. QPR, West Ham, Southampton away, Hull in the Cup. Oh, God, it's murder.
I did enjoy the cup run last year.
Yeah,
there was some cracking games.
We had hard games and all. We weren't given an easy
Beat
draw.
Tottenham, that was brilliant. Everton was good.
Liverpool, Everton,
fantastic.
Coventry.
Yeah, great it was.
Who did we play away?
We didn't play anyone away.
Wigan.
And that was at Wembley.
Wigan at Wembley. We played 4 at the Emirates and 2 at Wembley.
Yeah,
that's a cup, right?
That's a cup, yeah.
I'll take that again.
Didn't even have to get out of bed, just there.
You do sort of.
That does help getting a home draw, even if you do have to play 3 of the top 6.
You do want a, I don't know, Coventry away or something, just once.
No, we don't.
Not Coventry.
No, we want them all at home.
The Rico Arena, is that what you're after?
No,
I've never been to the Rico.
I just remember when we played Yeovil and Wrighty hit that. I mean that's still going.
Was that the game where he was getting absolute murder from some Yeovil defender for the whole game? You know, usually Wright is the master of the verbals, and he just blanked him. And then I think after he got his second goal, he said, "Don't you get it, mate? I don't talk to 3rd division players."
Oh, that's gonna hurt.
That's like Thierry and Danny Mills, isn't it?
Thierry and Colin Cooper.
Colin Cooper.
Oh, he's probably.
What have you won in football?
Probably a cab driver now in Yeovil.
I'm 21.
I'm 22 years old. I have won the French Championship. I am going to tear you to shreds. And he did.
Fair play to him owning up for that, though, he got
Danny Mills made him say it. This listener, if you are not familiar with this story, I met Danny Mills and Colin Cooper in a bar in Spain. You can always meet footballers in a bar in Spain if you go in June.
Lineker's?
Has he got a bar there?
No, Wayne Lineker's.
No, it's Wayne, Gary's jailbird brother.
Cut.
No, it's true. All right. He's in prison for tax evasion. He served his time. And now he's a pillar of the community.
Oh, well, that's good.
But no, was it Lineker's or was it another one down there? Anyway, I can't remember. No, I think it was one where all the divorcees go. I don't think they quite knew where they were. It's full of divorcees and brassies, basically.
I was going to say, is there a lot of people hanging around looking for...
slappers.
But yeah, Copes. Come and tell about your first time we played against Henri. It was I was marking him, so I tried to kick him. And he goes, "What have you won in football?"
There's that brilliant one in...
Killed him, murdered him.
Is it Wrighty or Thierry? No, it is Thierry, because I don't think Wrighty and Danny Mills played against each other. So Thierry, he megs him at Highbury quite famously.
On the touchline.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mills, he goes, "Ball went out."
Did he?
I asked him about that. I said, "Why did you get so wound up?" "Oh, Pires, I hated him. He did hate him."
FC Goa are back at the back in the running.
Do you think they'll be in the Emirates Cup?
Well,
that'd be interesting, yeah.
I'd like to see them and whoever Eduardo's playing for.
That'll be the next.
Who is Eduardo playing for?
That'll be the next game that Ainsley plays for Arsenal, basically, when FC Goa come back.
Ainsley Maitland-Niles Conservative.
Yeah, I don't think we'll be seeing. But Pires said in the Indian Times, I was reading the Goa Times today.
Commander Maitland-Niles.
There's talk of Arsenal doing Pires said that there might be, Arsenal might do a pre-season out in India one of these days. So
they'll all get the shit.
We'll have to get ourselves out of there.
Massive squid. Steve Bolt Bucking out of both ends.
pushing
Keith went
pushing
to
his
India.
paneer around the
Keith
plate.
went to India for 3 weeks.
Oh, God, blimey.
3 weeks.
Barely
He
anybody.
came back and goes, I said, were you ill? He goes, only for a week. I said, a week? 1/3 of your paid for leisure time.
Never going there again.
He didn't go to Goa because his then partner said it was too commercial.
Yeah, Corella. So it was very nice for the first 2 weeks.
And then the
Is that why you said no to the curry tonight?
The terrible truth kicked in.
I do like a curry occasionally, but I'm on a diet. As you can see, I'm very svelte.
Yeah, your diet is Heineken and pretzels.
Well, it's a new diet. It's going out on the market. I thoroughly recommend. And I'm losing weight like a tramp who loses a lot
Without
of weight.
any pretzels.
Yeah, without any pretzels.
Thoroughly entertaining evening watching Arsenal win, Liverpool lose, and a curry.
And the good thing is, we've broke our duck watching the Arsenal around somebody's house on television, so we can all go around silent Chris's forevermore. Isn't that something to look forward to?
Until the next time.
Yeah. Champions League is in the bag.
It's in the bag. We're through. Last 16. One of the best 16 teams in Europe.
I predict Monaco.
Sack the manager. Monaco, you fancy it?
Oh, Monaco. That's what we're going to get. Monaco, we'll beat them, and then we'll get an easy
See if
draw.
we can get a seat off Jensen Button.
Yeah.
All right, well, I'm not going to see you until the new year.
Well, Merry Christmas, then,
Merry
mate.
Christmas to everybody. Oh, do you look forward to Christmas? I do.
No.
Oh, I love it.
Oh, what's the like?
Oh, I love the whole thing.
What, the nailing through the hands?
No, it's the baby. That's the later part. The baby Jesus part. I tell you,
carol singing this
I
year.
go the full 9 yards. I've got more champagne in my garden shed than a French chateau. Right? I've got It's a Wonderful Life, Jimmy Stewart. I've got it all. Home Alone. It's all planned. It's down to a T, mate. M.R. James, Ghost Stories from BBC, classic 70s. It's all going. Turkey. That's it. And you know, 2 years ago there was a French.
It'll all be ruined by Harry Redknapp.
Oh, no. See, you had to spoil it, didn't you? See? There I was. There go jingle bells. It's lovely.
Yeah.
Crackers, the floor.
Sorry, I was thinking of Easter when I brought you down. It's wrong with me.
No, it's going to be.
It's
Yeah,
time of
Easter.
optimism.
Yeah,
Time of optimism.
Well, he's bold.
Joy.
And nailed
Goodwill
up.
to all men.
Yeah.
Apart from Arsene Wenger.
Little
Well,
donkey.
we're going to have a little
Salvation Army
We'll have a
getting
little
played.
Christmas drink before the Newcastle game, so
All
you'll
right,
be
enjoy
away,
that.
but we'll.
I'll be in.